What's going on, all you sexy people out there? Gil Daddy here, and Gil Mama. I know you guys were wondering if we were still alive or not.
We're not.
We're not. Speaking to you from the grave. No, I've seen some comments on some videos pop up saying, do these guys even make videos anymore? And gotten some emails asking if we were okay, and you know that they really want us to make more videos, and so I'm gonna try to do that this year. You got to realize something. I told you guys this from the very get-go. I never did YouTube to make money, to be some YouTube star or nothing like that, and I'm far from it. But some people, you know, they put comments on videos from, you know, our old videos and stuff saying, oh, you're lying just to get views. And I have no intention, I never had any intention on making money from YouTube or making a living from YouTube. So that was just never my thing. So if it was my priority, then I'd probably be putting a video out like every day, you know. But I've been really busy and focused on my business, just to give you guys kind of an update on what we've been doing. We've been, of course, building our online business and building up bigger and bigger. We just expanded over to 5 countries in Europe and set up a company over there. We also opened another company in the U.S. as well. Things have been growing and things have been getting better for us, for sure. Now we are in a new year. Happy New Year, everybody. And I know this is, yeah, a little late. I should have made the video right like after the new year, but I didn't. Now I know a lot of people, what they do is they say it's a new year, it's a new time, and we can make things different. We can go lose weight, we can eat better, we can make more money. I'm gonna make some goals. Most people, I think it's like 70%, 80% of people don't stick to it. So I suggest that everybody should go out and make some long-term goals, not just short-term goals, not just I'm gonna lose this 20 pounds or I'm gonna make, you know, an extra $1,000 a month, but set, you know, kind of end of year goals. If you remember last year I made a video, I said my goal for, you know, by the end of the year is I wanted to be making over $83,000 profit or $84,000 profit a month. That was my goal, which that's $1 million a year profit. I can tell you right now, I did not hit that. We are close. We're very close to that, and I expect to hit it within the next 6 months. So that is my 6-month goal. So why is some reasons that people fail, you know, at making their goals? I mean, I failed, right? But I don't give up. I mean, it's okay to just, you know, set your deadline out a little more. It's not okay just to give up on your goals, though. So one of the biggest things I think is people don't have a why, you know, they just, and I know you've heard this before if you've done any reading, if you heard anybody speak, they always talk about you need to know your why, right? Sounds like some weird mumbo jumbo, or, you know, whatever, some positive thinking bullshit or something. But it's true, right? It's really true. If you ever seen people trying to accomplish something, they're always like, I'm doing this for my kids, you know, I'm doing this for this, you got to know why you're doing something. So it's really hard to accomplish something if you don't know why you're trying to accomplish it. You know, whether it be for your family or whether it be for, you know, more freedom or whatever lifestyle you want.
If you don't have a reason, you won't have the desire to accomplish your goal.
Right, you're just going to be one of those people going, I'm going to win the lottery someday. Oh, I hope someday I'm rich. I hope someday I'm a millionaire. And, you know, another problem is people never set high, you know, a lot of people don't set high enough goals. And the reason for that is because they don't think it's possible. So another really important thing to trying to achieve something is knowing that it is possible. That's why I like reading stories or watching videos of people's stories, and people really resonate with people's stories. Somebody that could come from nothing to making, you know, 100 million a year or something. And what that does is it shows you that it's possible. So if you don't think something's possible, it's very unlikely that you're going to hit it. Some people out there think that it's almost impossible to make $1 million a year, or it's impossible to make 100 million a year, but people out there are doing it. So what makes you different? And so people will have excuses. Well, I don't have the contacts, the resources. I don't live in that area. I don't have the knowledge. And all of these things are fixable. And people don't realize that. If you want to be like somebody, or you want to have something that somebody else has, all you got to do is find out how they got it and do the exact same thing. That's all you have to do. So another important part is rewarding yourself along the way. So if you have a big goal, make sure you're rewarding yourself when you hit these certain milestones. It's very important.
And make sure the reward fits the goal. Don't say, oh, I want to sell an extra $1,000 this month, then I'm going to go buy a new car. That's not a fit goal.
Yeah, I mean, you can treat yourself to an event or a vacation, or I mean, you can buy something for yourself, but make sure it doesn't make you go backwards with your goal. And it doesn't always have to be money, right? It could be, I mean, it could be, you know, diet and exercise. It could be making yourself look really good and feel really good. But make sure you're rewarding yourself along the way. And then if it's, make a big goal, say for 6 months or a year from now, and make little goals in between. If you don't have a written plan to accomplish these things, you are like 50% less likely to accomplish it. So make sure you have a written plan of doing this stuff. So now you guys know that we don't do the whole eBay picking and stuff anymore, but you know, I gotta say we're progressing. Sorry, it's a bumpy road. This
very old bridge.
This camera mount likes to bounce around. I'm gonna hold it for a second.
It is a really cool bridge though. Look, you can see it in the back of the car. It's super old, like from the 30s.
Yeah, it's a historical landmark. So even though we're not doing that stuff anymore, I gotta say that we're progressing. We're moving forward. We're progressing. And if you're not making progress, you're likely not very happy. That's why I've always been the type of person to where I do something for a while and I want to go beyond that. You know, I do something, I feel like, okay, I've hit it. I've hit where I wanted to get. Now what? And I got to move on from that.
He's a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, I gotta keep moving forward, and it makes me happy to move forward. And the only time I ever feel like I'm stressed out or upset is when I'm not moving forward. I mean, there's times in my business. I mean, and you gotta realize. I mean, we're doing right now. I'm not bragging or anything, but we're doing, you know, over 6 figures. 6 figures a month in sales on Amazon right now, and you know, I'm getting that. It's growing every day. And some of you guys out there are thinking, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, that would make me so happy. Even when you're making lots of money, even when you're doing well, even when your body is physically fit, if you're not making progress towards something, then you'll find yourself in that kind of stage where you're like, what's wrong? Why don't I feel good today? You know, why? And it's because you're not making any progress. You know, you hit a certain point and you stop. So if you have that feeling, if you've been doing the same thing, making the same kind of money, and you're at that point to where you feel like, you know, something's wrong. Why don't I feel good about this? You know, things are okay, but why don't I feel good? Then maybe you should, you know, start looking at making some progress in your life. Start making, you know, look at what you're doing right now. Maybe it is, you know, finance. Maybe it is money, or maybe it's just maybe it's how your body is, you know, and you're just not happy. Something I know that Tony Robbins always says is to be truly happy in life, you have to be making progress, and you have to be giving beyond yourself. So giving beyond yourself, you know, giving to other people or doing something for a cause. And I believe that, because the only time I'm happy is when I'm giving beyond myself and when I'm making progress. So I mean, it totally makes sense. So when we make videos this year,
it's mainly him. Me just being eye candy.
Yeah. Yeah, I am the talker, that's for sure. I kind of want to go kind of a different focus, as you can see from this video, and you probably noticed from my last few videos, even talking about, you know, I don't want it to be about just eBay or Amazon anymore. I really and truly want to focus more on, you know, making a better you, and more like mindset and
positivity.
Just in bettering your life. And this really does fall hand in hand in what you guys are doing, whether you're working a job, whether you're working eBay, Amazon, whether you got a Shopify store, whether you're opening a restaurant locally. You know, it really kind of goes into anything that you do in your life. And I truly believe that. So why does this mumbo jumbo work? Why does, you know, focusing on yourself and your mind and your motivation and your drive, why does that help you? Some people don't buy into it. Some people say, oh, that's just crap, you know. I mean, if you've ever seen Tony Robbins, you'd think he was some psycho lunatic, you know, up there on a stage.
We thought everybody at the last seminar we went to was pretty psycho until we let ourselves get into it.
Yeah. There is a method to his madness, let me put it that way. But working with a lot of people, talking with a lot of people, hanging out with a lot of people that do different things, whether it's Amazon or eBay or affiliate marketing or, you know, selling t-shirts or whatever they're doing, you know, it's all about mindset. It is, because I've seen people who live in an area that can't make that much money doing, say, just like eBay, okay, going out and doing what we used to do. They just can't hit those kind of numbers that somebody in the exact same place with the exact same knowledge, the exact same amount of money, the exact same amount of minutes in a day could do triple what they're doing. And it wasn't anything to do with how much knowledge they had or what they knew or that they had some kind of advantage. It had nothing to do with that. All it had to do with was one person was more focused and more in tuned and
better work ethic.
Better up here, better work ethic. They had a better schedule. They were more motivated to get out there and make it happen.
Succeed.
I mean, they probably had it envisioned on what they needed to do. Where the other person can be in the same exact area, the same circumstances and everything, and do a third of what that other person is doing. And so a lot of you guys are looking at, you know, your business or your life, and you're and I've said this a lot, you know, you start blaming everything outside of yourself, but you got to take responsibility for yourself first, and then you got to envision it, know that it's possible, and go out there and do it. You got to change up here before your life will change. You got to change up here before you can go out there and make more money in your life or have a better body or a better family life or any of that stuff. So in my future videos, in our future videos, I'm going to be talking more about this stuff. You know,
may mention eBay or Amazon, but there's not going to be any more picking videos.
Right. And I think you guys already kind of figured that out.
So if you guys decide to stay with us, thank you. We love you. We appreciate it. If you don't, I hope you find what you're looking for. Oh God. Oh God, that's horrible.
I know, right?
Imagine being in a school bus for that.
But there's so many things out there that you guys can do, that anybody can do to make money or make a lot of money. So, you know, I'll be talking about, you know, financial success as well. But if you get right up in your mind, if you get the right motivation, if you're a happier person, a more motivated person, then everything in your life gets better, not just your finances. I mean, you start focusing on your body too. You start focusing on your family life. You start focusing on,
which means you might get more sex.
You might get more sex, for sure. So I'm probably going to change the intro on my videos and, you know, change a few things around. I'm going to try to make, you know, one of my goals this year is to make a video every week for you guys, because I have been absent for so long, and I need to kind of balance out my business.
Hold him to it. Message him.
Because this is my given beyond myself type thing. You know, if I can say a few words and improve somebody's life or just kind of even there, maybe an hour. I don't know. I don't know if I have a day effect in me yet. Maybe an hour or a few minutes, and then you turn off the video and you go, I feel good. Oh man, it went away. Gil Daddy's right. I'm gonna do this today, and then you don't. So maybe I need to be more effective. Start screaming cuss words at you or something. I don't know. But that's my plan. That's our plan for this channel. If you guys decide to stay, great. Or keep watching our videos. If not, yeah, I'll keep putting them up anyway, so whatever. So what I expect every one of you to do as soon as this video is done is, if you have not written down what you expect to accomplish in the next month, 6 months, 12 months, if you haven't written out a plan, if your plan is, you know what, I make this much money and I want to make this much money, realize it's possible, go out there, write it down, figure out why you want it, figure out why you want this goal.
Hang it on the wall of your office or workspace. Put it where you see it every day.
And feel like a piece of crap if you're not making progress towards that goal every single day. That's something that I always try to do. When I do my task for the day, I always look at my goal and I say, you know what, I want to do at least one thing that gets me closer to that goal. Just one thing. It's not about making massive action on these goals. It's about making little incremental actions towards this goal. You know, it's slow and steady wins the race, and I believe that. So make sure when you guys are done watching this, write out what you're going to do, write out your plan, and stick to it. Stick to it. Know it's possible. So anyways, guys, we're out of here. I got some work to do. I got to ship a bunch of stuff into Amazon. So we'll see you on the next video. Hopefully next week if you hold me to it. So
Do it.
all right, guys.
Kick his butt.
Later.